I'm Jenny Priestley, Content Director of TVB Europe, and today I am delighted to be speaking to the brand new CEO of Grass Valley, John Wilson. John, congratulations on the new role. As the new CEO of Grass Valley, talk us through your vision for the company.
Yeah, well, Jenny, first and foremost, fantastic to be speaking with you again, and delighted to be speaking with you in my new role, which I'm very thrilled and excited to be a part of. So, in terms of my vision and where we're headed for Grass Valley, the good news for our customers in the industry is really I'm stepping into a company that has had a vision for the industry that's been stable for a number of years, right? And it really starts with the Grass Valley Media Universe. And my vision is really continuing to propagate that, Jenny, and continuing to accelerate all the progress and momentum that we've been building in the business. So, what our customers
Mm.
should expect is no change strategically, but that we're continuing to accelerate our focus on customer success, on operational excellence, right? And really doubling down on all the progress that we've made over the course of the last 12 to 18 months in terms of where we are in readiness to deploy the next generation solutions for our customers across the entirety of the Grass Valley Media universe, from AMP through to all of our hardware solutions that we deliver for our customers.
So you talked about change there. In terms of for you day to day, I mean, what does the new role mean in terms of things that might change for you?
Yeah, it's a great question. Another good news for me in terms of the day to day is Lewis and I have been planning this transition really since I joined Grass Valley in October of 2023. That was the goal, is that we'd get here eventually, with the expectation, which I appreciate, that we had to step in and earn the opportunity. And we've made a lot of progress in that time as a result of all the great work that our 900 plus people across Grass Valley, or as I like to say, Team GV, have done to put us in this position. And it's also a testament to the leadership team that we've put in place, and Lewis having the confidence to make this transition at this time. So, in terms of my day to day, actually, I don't think a lot changes here as I transition into the CEO role. And I say that because Lewis and I have been actively making this transition really for the better part of the last 9 to 12 months. And over the
Mm.
course of the past few months, we've really internally made the transition. Now we're making it official externally. And where my focus has increasingly been over the last few months, Jenny, is external with customers. And I'm just getting back to Boston here this week for the first time in really 6 weeks, because I've been on the road actively spending a ton of time with our customers, right? Helping
Mm.
understand for me what their practical challenges are and how we can continue to advance what we're doing at Grass Valley to support their success.
Well, we're connected on LinkedIn, so I've seen how much you've been on the road in recent weeks. So I know that you're probably glad to be having a stop back in Boston before heading over to Vegas. But you talked about Lewis there. You've been
Yep.
with Grass Valley for about 18 months now. What have you learned from Lewis in that time?
Yeah, wow, a ton, right? And Lewis has been a huge supporter. He's been a fantastic mentor. What I appreciate most about working with Lewis, Jenny, is that he has the practical experience as an operator in this industry, and he's seen almost all the situations that I would be seeing as a CEO, and he's had to work through those in his career. And as a result, he's been able to develop a playbook and has a great perspective on when when there's a challenge, when there's an obstacle, right? What are the best ways to work through that? How do you cut through that to really get to the root, the heart of the issue, and continue to move the business forward? So that's just been great perspective for me to be able to pick up the phone, get on a call at any time. He's always available to me if I need to. I'll say phone a friend, as I might like to say casually. Lewis is more than a friend. He's a mentor. He will continue to be my boss as the owner of Grass Valley. So we have a very vested interest in the mutual success of continuing to drive the business.
You've talked about how you've been traveling the world a lot in recent weeks and months. What have you also learnt from Grass Valley's customers while you've been out on the road?
Yeah, increasingly, Jenny, what I'm hearing from our customers is the challenge I'll say challenges more broadly is the industry is having are practical realities as I go see our customers, right? Technology transformation is real. All of our customers are being asked to do more with less. And what I've heard from a few
Yes.
customers is we're kind of tired of having to talk about doing more with less. That's just part of running a business. That's what businesses expect of us, is to be more efficient and effective. What's helpful for me spending time with our customers in their markets is there's different nuances for our customers in the different markets in which they operate. And for us, it's about how do we bring the best of our technology and solutions to their markets and help with real world practical implementations of what they're trying to do at a local level, while bringing the global experience and visibility that we have as Grass Valley to them, such that they can say, well, what are the best practices? And what they increasingly expect from Grass Valley is not a la carte, you can do anything. It's you're Grass Valley, we expect you to have a perspective, right, in terms of what's the best implementation for us. And that's what we're continuing to drive towards. Well, we still have an open ecosystem within our technology GV Media universe, where if customers have a path they want to go down, we can go down that path, right, for a specific application, for example.
Okay. You talked about transformational technologies just then, and obviously, the thing that I think everybody in the industry is talking about at the moment is AI. What's Grass Valley's view on artificial intelligence?
Yeah, I think it's going to be really important to the future of not just the media technology and broadcast industry, Jenny, but it's clearly going to be very important through almost every aspect of business and society more broadly. So now, what does that mean for Grass Valley? Where are we focused? Increasingly, we're focused on practical applications. So what this
Mhm.
can't become for us, Jenny, is we just continue to talk about AI and the importance and the relevance, and we don't make any progress, right? So where we're focused right now, where we see our solutions for AI, is a lot around content management, right? In
Mm.
terms of what we have available in our media asset management tools, right? How can we streamline and make more efficient the content that it's moving through the systems, whether that's through speech to text, subtitling, automating content search? Those are real practical applications where we can make meaningful progress and efficiencies for our customers near term. And then I expect we'll only continue to build on that as we go forward.
So, John, other than AI, what technologies are standing out to you at the moment as game changers?
Yeah, so Jenny, what actually I think is really interesting is an initiative that Grass Valley is playing a meaningful role in with the EBU, in which is their MXL initiative, or the Media Exchange Layer, and
Hmm.
we're playing what I'd like to think is a leadership role in helping propagate this I'll say technology, and maybe move towards a standard in terms of how do we enable all the different media frameworks to better connect and play nice together in the sandbox, for lack of a better term. And we're actually contributing our frame cache technology that's part of our AMP protocols into this initiative to really play what we hope is a meaningful role in helping the industry move forward and having a clearer path for our customers. So this is one we're really excited about. Think there's been some good momentum around this over the past few months, and I expect that there's actually going to be a lot more momentum here over the next few months as well. So that's an interesting in terms of kind of what's next on the technology perspective. Clearly, at NAB, we've got a lot of new technology that we're excited to tell the industry and our customers about, and advancements that we've made. So that's going to be across our portfolio. But in terms of kind of what's next and outside of that, the EBU MXL initiative is a pretty exciting one for us.
So you mentioned NAB there, and we are talking before NAB. So other than you can't tell me. Well, you can tell me about what Grass Valley have got happening, but I mean, what are you looking forward to at this year's show?
Yes, I'm most looking forward to connecting with many of our customers across the industry. And look, as you said earlier, I've been constantly traveling over the course of the past 6 weeks. It kind of feels like the last 6 months almost, Jenny. And I've had an opportunity to spend a lot of time with our customers in their markets, but there's also a number that I haven't been able to connect with because time's limited. And so I'm looking forward to really connecting with our customers, to being able to convey the progress that we've made over the past 12 months. That's really exciting. Certainly connecting with colleagues and friends throughout the industry. And then, we've got our GV Forum, which is our all day event on Saturday in advance of NAB. And we'll be presenting to a broader set of the industry, all the latest and greatest advancements that we've made at Grass Valley. And what
Yeah.
you and everyone else will hear from us is it's across the board from our entire technology ecosystem where we've made fundamental progress, including fundamental progress with real world tier one deployments of our latest and greatest technology. That to me, that's the most exciting to share with customers. Is like we've made so much progress the past 12 months, and we're seeing real commercial success. But importantly, that commercial success is for our customers as well, and that's who it starts with. Is their success is our success.
GV Forum's such a great event. I'm really looking forward. I'll be there on Saturday morning. I'm looking forward
Fabulous.
to coming along, and I'm hoping that Ian Fletcher will have his Apple Vision Pros on again, like he did last year, because I've spent the whole of the last year talking about that. So I'm hoping you're going to inspire me again for the next 12 months. That'd be wonderful. Um,
All right. All,
Now, I
all, all
have
I
to
all
talk
I
to you.
I was going to say, Jenny, all I can promise is we will surprise and delight.
Oh, excellent. Well, I look forward to that. So, I have to talk to you about what's going on, just generally a little bit in the world at the moment, because obviously Grass Valley is based in Canada. How are you dealing with the ongoing uncertainty around tariffs, and how do you see that impacting the global media technology and broadcasting industry?
Yeah. Well, so if I take the latter first, right, from a global macroeconomic perspective, my biggest concern is just the uncertainty that the that's
Mm,
been introduced into the broader global economy, Jenny. Because as business leaders, look, we might not like the answer, but certainty and clarity is what's most important. And right now, there's a lack of certainty and clarity, and I think as a result, it's slowed some things down relative to projects moving forward, right? But broadly, in all the time I've spent with our customers, the projects are still very relevant for them, and they're still moving forward. Maybe things have just slowed down in certain cases, to some degree. So that said, I'm still optimistic in terms of the near to intermediate term in terms of where we are. It's just going to have to. It may force some customers to step back and, just like we will at Grass Valley, to assess. Well, do we need to maybe do a little bit less than we were otherwise thinking we could do, or force us to think a different way? The good news is, with the solutions we have at Grass Valley, what we built with AMP, we have very cost effective solutions that allow customers, even at the very high end of the market, to deploy their technology and meet their needs. So that's exciting. In terms of Grass Valley as a Canadian company, so yes, we do all of our manufacturing, or almost all of our manufacturing in Canada, I should say. Our cameras are actually manufactured in the
mm,
EU, co-located with our R&D facility for cameras. But most of our manufacturing in Canada. We certainly, if there are tariffs that are put in place between the U.S. and Canada, that would impact us. We're being proactive with our customers and having the conversations. We will need to work through that if and when the time comes. Currently, though, our products are outside today of the USMCA agreement, or rather, they're covered under USMCA, meaning the tariffs that have been put in place to date that are effective between the U.S. and Canada, they don't apply to our products. So I'm hopeful that that continues to
right.
be the case. And what we're committing to with our customers is that we're going to continue to be as proactive as we can, monitor the situation, and most importantly, be transparent with them about where we are. And that's key,
Yeah.
communicating as best we can along the way.
So, John, you talked a lot about customers during our chat today. What would be your final message to Grass Valley's current and prospective customers going forward?
Yeah. Number one, we're going to continue to be an industry leader in innovation, Jenny. So that is foundational to who we are as Grass Valley. I mean, Grass Valley, as you and many others know, is a preeminent brand in this industry. Right? We've been around for over 65 years. And actually, as we think about all the brands that are now part of the broader Grass Valley family, it's hundreds of years of innovation and industry leadership that is a part of who we
Mm,
are in our DNA at Grass Valley. So that foundationally, we're going to continue to be industry leaders in innovation. That underpins everything we do. We're going to be relentlessly focused on customer success. So you said, I've said a lot about customers. I'm committed to making sure that everything we do centers around great outcomes for our customers. And then finally, we're focused on rather building and continuing to propagate the best team in the industry, right? Team GV. And so that is all of our 950 people that we have today, everyone that we're bringing into the business, making sure they have great experiences, making sure that we give them all the tools that they need to continue to progress in their careers and ultimately continue to position us to be the industry leader that we have been for so many years. So those are the three areas that we will continue to be focused on and really increasingly be focused on as we go forward here.
John, I think that's all the time we've got for today, but thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me. As always, really appreciate it. I am looking forward to seeing you in Las Vegas and catching up and hearing all about Grass Valley's plans for the future. And hopefully, we'll speak again soon.
All right. Look forward to it, Jenny. Thanks again for the time. Fantastic as always. Take care.